Welcome back. Time now for a segment we are going to call 3 and D. This is how it'll work. An analyst will present his top 3 in a given category and have to defend it. But while he's defending it, the rest of us, a lot of this is on GP because he's really good at this. They get to poke holes. Are you guys ready to go? You ready, Wally?
I'm ready.
All right, our
Let's go.
shooter, Wally, is eager to get started. Give us your top 3 shooters in college basketball this year, counting down 3 to 1.
I'm going to start number 3, Kobe Brea with the Kentucky Wildcats. In only 24 minutes, he's making 3 threes a game. 48 of his 66 field goals on the season are from the three-point line. He is shooting an outstanding 48% from 3. This guy does not miss. Remember the performance in a big-time effort against Florida at home when he went 7 for 9 from 3. Electrified Rupp Arena. This guy can flat-out shoot it. Number 2, I'm going Eric Dixon. Completely transformed his game from his junior year to his senior year. Only made 1.6 threes per game last year, averaging 16 points per game. This year, he is making 3.4 threes per game, leading the nation in scoring at 25.3 PPG. Shooting a high percentage also at 47% from the three-point line. Just an outstanding jump shooter and shows how you can player development in college basketball to get better from year to year. And last but not least, in the vaunted SEC, Chaz Lanier from Tennessee. He is lighting it up from deep, hitting 3.7 threes per game and 43%. I love what his coach said. You're not paid to take it to the basket. You're paid to knock down threes, Chaz. So take the shot when it's open. Shooters shoot to get hot. Shooters shoot to stay hot, GP. And these 3 guys have been shooting and staying hot. Flamethrowers.
I got a little bit of a pushback. Eric Dixon, he's normally a big, yes, he's shooting threes, but I think a guard-wise, I think I should give a little bit of love to the 2-time defending champs, UConn solo ball. He's been playing great this year, averaging 13 points per game, 43% from the 3, around 40 from the field. I think he should take Eric Dixon's spot.
Okay, he came to arm with some stats right there, GP.
I've got no issue with the list, in part because I helped create the list, but also because those are 3 of the best power conference shooters that exist. If you want to look outside of the power conferences, Gibson Jimerson at St. Louis, he's now in his 6th year of college basketball. Ooh. He is shooting 41.7% from 3 this season on 8.3 attempts. And in 5 of his 6 seasons of college basketball, he's been above 39%, has been a great shooter in college for a long, long time.
You're really digging deep, GP. So let's be honest. You kind of assisted him along the way.
Whoa, what stays in the bullpen in the locker room
he's
stays in the locker room.
That's right.
Correct? No, GP, you literally said it.
What stays in the locker room and the bullpen stays in the locker room.
I violated locker room
Snitches
code.
get stitches.
I violated locker room code.
Snitches get stitches.
You get 1 coffee.
Let's switch it up. Big fella, you're on the spot right now. Good job, Wally. You did a heck of a job.
Unlike Gary, I could actually get into this seat.
I had to jump. But look at me, I'm here. I had to get a running start, but I'm here.
You pole vaulted your way.
Pole vaulted up here.
Into the chair. All right, Roy, give us your top 3 big men.
Well, I picked my list, so I want to start off with some home cooking right there. We're going with Georgetown big man Thomas Sorber. This man, he is a freshman playing really well. Wally and myself talked about it in the bullpen, which we talk about it here. He could turn, face, and score. He has great hands. He's able to catch the ball around the perimeter and around the baseline. If he gets bad pass, he's able to finish. He takes his time. He has poise. He has great numbers too. His numbers is actually comparable and even better to some of the best. Alonzo Mourning and Patrick Ewing, 2 of the Mount Rushmore of big men at Georgetown. I got to say, 14-8 versus 13-7. Only thing they have them on is the block shots. So I like my big man there. And number 2, I think we agree, Eric Dixon. He is from Villanova. Yeah. Good 3-point shooter, like you said. I'm a little iffy on that. But at the same time, he's such a wide body. He knows how to play in the post. He's 5th-year player now. He's gotten better and better. His freshman year, he only averaged 2 points per game. So player development is key. Hits threes, but at the same time, he is helping their team win by getting down low in the post, using that wide body down there.
How about number 1? Yeah.
And my number 1, I have Hunter Dickinson. He is another DMV guy from Kansas. He can play outside and inside, very skilled left-handed player who can, takes his time, works one way. He has a fondness for his left hand, but also the right hand. One thing I really do like about him as well is he's such a good passer too. Any big guy knows that, to relieve some pressure, you need to be able to make good passes so it opens things up for you in the post. So those are my top 3.
Wally, I know you've never been a huge fan of Dickinson, or at least before this season.
Well, yeah, Dickinson's a little one-dimensional, and defensively he's gotten better. Not great in guarding the pick and roll, but he's an outstanding player. He's going to be a first-team All-American. I'm okay with that one. Thomas Sorber, incredible, but Nate Biddle out there, he's playing really good ball out there for the Oregon Ducks. He is a stretch five that can knock down threes, block shots, long arms, really has a fluid post game, can finish with both right hand, left hand, and he's a guy that makes plays in the clutch time. He has the clutch gene. So I think Nate Biddle deserves to be up there.
Who would you take off the list?
I would probably take Sorber off just because he's got a lot of time to be on there. I love Sorber. You know I love him. You know, and the NBA scouts love him too. But as far as established, you know, you got a top 25 team in Oregon. So I would probably go with Nate Biddle instead of Sorber. That's all.
It's a solid list. I like all of those guys. Dickinson right now would probably be a first-team All-American. Sorber has come, I don't want to say out of nowhere, but unheralded recruit, broadly speaking, who now looks like a one-and-done first-round draft pick. I would have Johni Broome on there somewhere. I know he's hurt, but he didn't die. He was the leading candidate for National Player of the Year less than a week ago. He is expected back in a matter of weeks. Johni Broome has been the best big man in college basketball this season. He belongs on that list somewhere. I'd be willing to take anybody off to put him on.
Roy, Wally, very well done.
Love it.
GPU as well.